Hi there, I'm Peg, and welcome to my studio. Today I thought I would grab my journal and just get some papers out and start by collaging. I have a lot of different papers that have things on them already, and I'm just tearing up some pieces that I like. I was going to chat with some friends today, and I thought, let me just glue some stuff down and get working. Now, this is not meant as a tutorial. This is just me playing in my journal. There's lots of things that you learn from different classes and teachers and things like that. This is just me creating. So I have glue and things out of my desk, and I'm going to use some Collage Page. This is a product from Tracy Batista, and it is put out by Aleene's, and it's an instant decoupage product. So what I'm going to do is wet my papers before I put them on the Collage Page. That way they're wet, the medium is wet, and it's all going to stick down really well because I'm not going to have a bunch of air pockets and bubbles and things underneath. So let me just get this going here. Now, I don't know what I did. I was recording on a different, what do you call it, different platform. And I was giving it a try today. And evidently I needed to reverse the platform because this is coming out on the opposite page, on the opposite side of what I actually did. So I'll give you some parting shots in the end and you'll see what this looks like. But yeah, that's not what I meant it to do. So let me see if I can make a change. Well, I tried it and it did not work, so I can reverse it and I can give you the end of the video, but I could not get it to flip. So we're just going to suffer through with it this way this time and see what we come up with. Honestly, it's abstract at this point and it doesn't make a bit of difference. So I'm just putting papers down, collaging. Because when you collage, you get done putting your papers down, you end up turning it around and seeing which way you like it the best anyway. So all right, so I'm adding some paint layers and a stencil, and I'm going to wipe some back through the stencil and get some texture going here. So, just standard collaging techniques. Now, this was really funny. I had this new can of spray, and I could not get it for the life of me to spray. And so I'm pushing on it and pushing on it and pushing on it, turning it and pushing it, and turning it and pushing it. Did not work. So I popped the top off, and one of my friends said to me, well, why don't you stick something down in the hole and see if you can get it to go that way? So yeah, I did. Guess what? It sprayed, but it sprayed straight up into my camera and all over the place, and I made one heck of a mess, guys. Do not do this. Take a warning. Do not do this in your own space. Can you see the paint everywhere? So a little bit of cleanup in aisle 7, and I was right back at it. I tell you, some days are just... I am such a klutz in the studio. I went to this class, and I must have spilled my water 5 times. The bucket that I brought to clean things in sprung a leak. I spilled water all over the table and onto my... right across to the other person's area. I mopped as quickly as I could. It was terrible. I just felt so horrible. She was very gracious, but I'm saying, oh, my. I brought my chair in that has a special spot to put my coffee cup in, which has a lid, and I put it in my chair. Guess what? It fell over and spilled all over, and I had a mess. So yeah, I am a klutz. I will just tell you right away, I am a klutz. So I'm not surprised I made a mess of this and had to clean my camera and clean everything on my desk, and Oh my goodness, I'm wearing paint for several days now, I think. So now I've got some sprays out, adding another layer of texture in there. For me, it's all about the layers. It's about incorporating all of those layers together and making something that has some cohesive meaning or something. So this had a lot of stuff going on. I don't know why all of a sudden when I think it was because I had the news on and I had been listening to things or looking at news and all the stuff in the news. Oh my goodness. And so on my mind is all this stuff with voting and that sort of thing. And I'm thinking, you know, we haven't, as women, been able to vote for that many years. You know, we did not get the right to vote until much later. I mean, even black men were allowed to vote sooner than we were as women. So, you know, it's only been about 100 years that we have had the right to vote. And I talk to so many women who tell me they've never voted and they don't intend to vote. And it's like, oh, okay. It scares me. You know, this is a right that we fought for. And I just cannot tell you in my heart how important it is for everyone. I don't care who you're voting for. I think it's so important for everyone to get out and cast their vote so that it's a fair representation of what the nation really wants. You know, it's no wonder these politicians do whatever they want to do because they're saying there's so much apathy, people just don't care, and they're going to do whatever it is they want to do. So, yeah, that's not what I want for a country, and I want to encourage everybody to get out and vote. I did post something on Facebook about how easy it is to vote here in Iowa, you know, what the process is, that you can mail it in, you can walk it in, you can get an absentee, you can go to a satellite, you can show up on the day, you can register on the day. You know, there's lots of ways that you can vote, so there's no real excuse for anybody here in Iowa not to vote. Now, I know it's not that easy in every state, but just go out and Google it. I mean, there's lots of information on the website about, you know, if you've never voted and you want to register, how you can do that. So, and then pay attention to what they're really saying and doing. You know, the people that are supposed to be representing you, are they really representing you? Are they doing what you want to have done? Yeah. That's so important. So, you know, there's big stuff going on, lots of debates and things, and so I am thinking about that. I'm thinking about women and women of color, people of different ethnicities, and how difficult it's been for them. And you know, we don't have that today. We have opportunities. So, you know, use that opportunity. If we don't use it, I won't be surprised if we lose it. So, anyway, I'll get off my soapbox. But please consider voting if you don't vote already. And for those of you who do turn out, thank you. Thank you for your vote, for your input, for what you do for everybody, so that they know what your feeling is. So this page just represents how I was feeling about things today. Has the dates of when those amendments were added to the Constitution, and reminding me to get out and vote. Thanks, guys.